I uploaded a little video of these ghostly dolls to my shorts, and now I wanted to just show you a little bit more in depth what they look like and talk about how I made them and their names. They don't all have names. I'm gonna put these ones here. This lady is so tall, she may not fit. Yeah, she doesn't fit. So let's pick this up just so you can see her. I made her face out of paper clay, her head, completely out of paper clay, and she is a cast of a vintage bisque broken doll head that I might have shown in one of my other videos. And paper clay is kind of finicky. You can see that she's got some cracks and a couple, like a place there where she cracked and was a little bit mismolded. And that's what inspired me to make her into a ghost. And I did a terrible job sewing the bodice of her gown. Her hands, arms, which look like mittens, and then her little feet, her legs, are made from porcelain, air dry porcelain. And her body is made from fabric, just like you would a doll with china arms and legs. And then I made her dress from some unbleached muslin and some antique lace that I got at an antique store. So she's the mom. And then this is her oldest daughter. I made these little weird legs that don't really have any feet or any real, they're just stylized, and so I wanted to make a doll that was a little heftier, and I gave her this little tent dress, also made out of unbleached muslin and antique lace, and her head was also cast from paper clay. And again, I decided not to paint them or do anything to them because I wanted them to be little ghosts. I'm getting better at my sewing as I move on through these. The next one I made was Little Billy Bald Head. And I made him out of paper clay with a dress, I call this his christening gown, made from an old antique apron. And then I sewed this incredibly tiny bonnet. And it was not easy. Come on. Little tiny things are so fiddly, and it's funny because the tinier my sewing got, the better I got at it. Alright, so there's Billy Baldhead, and he's really kind of ghostly looking. His little arms and legs are paper clay, and his body is made out of unbleached muslin. And then his little, tiny little bonnet I sewed from a piece of lace that just happened to be the exact right size, and I curved it around a little bit of that same linen from the apron, and then I put the ribbon inside so that it would hold it on his little bald head. And I just love him so much. He's probably my favorite. And then I had to make him a little sister, which is made from the same mold, but ended up being a little bit smaller, because I think with Billy I put a piece, actually this is not the same mold now that I look at it. This is a mold that did have some hair on it, but somehow it's all on the back of the it's all on the back of the head. I'm so amused by this. This dotted cotton was a shirt that I got at Goodwill. The legs are the same kind of stylized, curved paper clay legs that I made for her older sister. And then I made little cloth hands just because I didn't have any paper clay arms ready and I really wanted to finish her. And then this is just a bonnet made from one scallop of some antique eyelet, and I threaded some embroidery floss in there because the ribbon that I used for Billy's was too thick and it would cover her little face. But I got so much better at sewing her little dress. I gave her a little sack back on there, used the existing hem on the blouse, and then I sewed the sleeves in, and I just love them. If you're interested in seeing me make a doll like this from start to finish, including how I make the molds for the faces, please give me a comment below and I will work on that. I really hope you enjoyed it. Happy Halloween, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Oh, and by the way, we still haven't moved. We're still here. So anything you want to see, let me know, because I have time to do some tutorials before we go. I don't think we're going to be closing until sometime in the last 10 days of November. She needs a little work. On how to sew the leg onto a porcelain China bisque doll foot so that you don't have a visible hem there. So stay tuned for that. The video's done, I'm just editing it.